Let's look at the basic layout of Google Classroom and how to create a class. First, when you get to Google Classroom, you are on the Classes tab. This is where you can see the tiles of all your classrooms. If you click on the three lines next to Google Classroom, this will open up a menu where you can get to your classes, your calendar, your review, and classes that you are enrolled in. At the very bottom of this menu, you can get to your archived classrooms and your notification settings. This sidebar makes it easy to navigate between classrooms. The next is you have your to-do list. If you are enrolled in any classes, then you will have a list of things you need to do for those classes. Your students also have a to-do list. In the to review are items that you need to review for a particular class you are teaching. Then you have your calendar. This is automatically generated each time you create a class, a separate calendar for each classroom. Items with due dates will appear automatically on the calendar. Furthermore, up at the top, you have the plus button where you can create or join a class. Then you have your waffle that will get to the other Google apps and your Google account. Let's look at how to create a class. Click on the plus button, create class. Then you'll be asked to link it to your SIS. This is an important step if you want to use the SIS export to export grades. There's another video on this same slide that will explain the SIS export. However, for the initial setup, you need to be very careful that you choose the correct Infinite Campus to link the classroom to. Make sure it's also the semester 1 class. Make sure these numbers match identically to the numbers in your Infinite Campus section. When you click select, that will link the class. I'm going to skip this part for this example. Then you'll want to give the class a name. You can insert section, subject, and room. These items will not show up on the tile except for the section. So you will see practice classroom here for the title, and then the section number will appear. Many people use this to put the time of the class or the class period. Now, you don't need to put your name in this section because students will automatically see their teacher's name on the title. That comes with it. So this might be the class period. You can give it a subject and a room number, but these are not visible on the tile themselves. Then click Create. Once your classroom is created, one thing you might want to do is change the banner. You can select from themes that Google Classroom has created for you for your banner, or you can upload a photo from your computer to be the banner. I've included a template for the size that you would need to create a banner for Google Classroom. Back on the Classes tab, I just want to show you what it looks like from the student. So for this, I am a student in this class. They will see this little icon automatically on their tile. That is whatever image you have put on your Google account. They will also automatically have your first and last name on their tile. On the tiles themselves, there are other options. There are 3 dots where you can move the tile, but you can also just pick it up and move it. You can also copy the invite link. This is a link that you can send to students to join the class. You can edit the classroom title, section, subject, room when you click on edit. You can make a copy of the class. If you are finished with a class, this is a good trick to use for next year to make a copy of the class. All of your assignments and materials will be in draft mode, and then you can publish them as you get to that assignment. Finally, you have the archive button. At the conclusion of a course, you will want to archive it, and all classes that have been archived will be on the 3 lines in the archived classes. At the bottom, you can open the gradebook to that class from this arrow, and you can open up the folder in your Google Drive where all of the Google items are housed and organized by folder for each assignment. Students will have an icon where they can open their work for that class and access to that folder in their Google Drive that just has their items that you have made a copy of when you create an assignment. If there's something you really want to send to Google to suggest, you can click on the question mark and report an issue or request a feature. They also have a help center and a help community, and it explains what's new. There are a lot of new features coming to Google Classroom that I'm excited for their release.